Welcome to home, where helping others means everyone. Today we're going to share something we wrote a year ago while still trying to discover who we are and understanding who we are connected to God. It's been an interesting journey, and we're excited to reshare this story with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective of who we are now, while still understanding how we got to we. So we hope you enjoy our show, Let Go of I. Imagine living a year in one day. Can you? How could you? Do we? Questions don't always present answers right away, but questions always have answers. Do I attract ants? If so, why? Maybe when I was a kid? I have trauma from when I stepped in an ant pile and I was swarmed. It doesn't. I'm not afraid of an ant, or even several now. Still not sure about a whole colony, but I will try. Forget fear. Forgive fear. So, Today, I behold abundance. What is abundance? How do you define a word that can mean so much or so little to a person? What does it mean to have abundance? Do we even see when we have it? Or do we simply consume without seeing it? Do we make fun of it? Do we judge it? Do we hate others for having it? What is it? I always seem to find more questions than answers. Why is it so hard to know the whole truth? What does it even mean to know truth? I feel more parts of the truth I get, the less I understand the whole picture. It's like I'm trying to piece together a puzzle, but some of the pieces are missing, burned, murdered, or otherwise not in our possession. Possessions is 3/5 of the law. What does that even mean? I know, we know, we want to do good works, to care for everyone. But what does it mean to care for everyone? Well, it means everyone, even the ones we think we hate. I struggle with this concept. I don't personally hate anyone, but parts of me still do. Even if I can't see them yet. Maybe I don't love myself as much as I thought I did. If I did, we wouldn't have the capacity to hate anymore. To love yourself means you have to love all others, not just the easy ones. Maybe the problem is we just always want things to be easy, to be a quick fix. But when the problems go back thousands of years, then how would we really expect an easy solution? We gave our power away long before anyone on this planet was born. At least human. How do we take back a power we don't know exists? We know. Some, but the amount of power we have given is on a level I don't even fully understand. Will we ever understand? It's so hard. But if I've been told once, I've been told 1,000 times, anything in life worth having takes hard work. So forgive the easy work. It's all work, but easy just doesn't work. At least for us, for me. We hope, one day soon, everyone will wake up and choose the hard way too. It might take more time and it might not always let you in, but isn't it worth it to try? What is the point of living life if you don't try? If you don't take risks? Is it even living if you're just playing on auto? It's weird to say, but this whole situation is the best thing that could have happened for me. It woke us up to what we were missing and triggered something in us, and now we are letting go of my potential and instead letting our potential just be. Exist, just be it. We have to begin to see those things we hate in them are all traits we have in ourselves. We hide them deep down, even from ourselves. We hide. We all have the capacity to go down a dark path. The brainwashing goes so deep on so many levels. If someone is under mind control, they probably wouldn't even see it. We would just continue to do exactly as we have been told because it is simply just simpler. It's the easy button. If we all die, does any of this still matter? Or are we all just running in a wheel that goes? Who cares? How do I even begin to explain the deep state and the reality of its existence buried inside the ancient history, our story, our Tory, that really is true versus the overwhelming lies of those in power? They do anything to hold this power. It's all so dark. I don't want to focus on the dark anymore. It's not a waste of time to mention it. So here it goes. I'll say it one last time, and from here on out, I will try and focus on the things bigger than the deep state and the cabal. ET is coming. Aliens. I'm excited about that. Although they're not really aliens as much as interdimensional beings who have come in between planes. Aliens is just like an easier term for people to understand, realistically. They are already here, but within the next few years, if not by the end of this year, we will be alerted to the fact of ET interference and the Galactic Federation and the Great War of the universe we are already a part of. It is no coincidence this happened now. It is all planned, designed. Trusting totally in the light or totally in the dark is just as short-sighted as... I just want people to care. To stop being blind to it all. Mind control is not easy and takes work to break. But you have to want to be mind controlled for it to even work. So you are also the only one who can break it. I feel so free, yet so enslaved, all at the same time. I saw cop cars tonight going door to door. I don't know what for. They didn't come to mind, but even if they did, I wouldn't answer. I'm not against cops, but I also know they have become so far removed from the people. They no longer work for the people, but against them. And obviously, not all cops are like this, but as the days go on, it seems, oh, that's mind control. But is that true, or is this just another option being presented? We have been hurt by, but what if it's the same bad cops? Maybe there's more sides. Maybe there's good cops. There's obviously good cops. How could we only think there's only bad cops? Even we have family who are cops. Why would we think that they're all bad? They're not all bad. It's just some. We've been mind controlled. We've been brainwashed. We've been programmed. I said I was going to try and focus on less sadness and fear, but it's so hard when it's the only thing being presented, when it's the only option being given. We want the truth. It's hard to switch from I to we. It is important we do. Fate of all mankind depends on us evolving, me evolving, us evolving. We need to get there soon, or we will begin to, never mind. This won't change your mind either. No matter what or how I try to tell you, you just simply don't listen. So from now on, my messages are for those who are ready to listen. I will share everything I have learned. I am determined to find a way to articulate it all so you can see, so we can all see 2020 perfect vision. Let's see if we can make that a reality, go past the looking glass and really see. I'm excited to see where it all goes, but I'm done waiting. I'm going to just do. We come from an infinite source. We have access to it, but rarely do most of us see it, let alone know. It is hard to believe when your mind is focused on just surviving in the already harsh world we live in. I need to mention a mistake, no, lesson. I had to learn, if I'm going to focus on what I want to attract, I have to let go of what I already attracted. I got scammed by this company who claimed to be with Amazon. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if they were. They took advantage of my desperation. I felt lost, purposeless, and empty. They claimed I could get my freedom back if I just follow them and do what they had done. Nearly $20,000 in credit card debt, plus an additional $5,000. So all in all, I made a $25,000 mistake. Lesson. And even though in this moment, I still owe and still paying off this scam. It isn't what makes me the saddest, though. I can find a way to come back. I always do. I always do. My stubbornness, perseverance is stronger than most. Our power. I inherited those traits, but my guilt isn't for the credit I didn't have to give, but my decision to let them control my mind, caused others to join in. They made their choices too. But if I hadn't made mine, would they still have made theirs? Butterfly effect. Even now, I wish I had seen the scam I was being sold. What is worse, the guy leading it was a former politician. Why didn't I wake up then? Why did I let them win? Why didn't I love myself enough? I may still be paying off this lesson. But did this lesson break the others who followed after me? Did they get scammed so hard their deaths are on me? Maybe. But I can't focus on what I can't change. Only on what I can. I cannot, should not change the past. It was a lesson I needed to learn. A choice I made blind. Blinded by my fear, my desperation, and my ignorance. I let myself fall victim. But I wasn't a victim. I went willingly. I was simply a pawn. Maybe Amazon has so much money because they know how to con. I don't blame them anymore. I blame me. But I am not an I anymore. But we are a we. So I must let go of my trauma, let it free. One more mind control, broken free. I still hold onto the choices I feel I made for others. Just shows how much I still don't love myself. I can forgive what I do to me, but I can't let go of what I do to others. I guess for now, I will just try and move on. I will move on. Let go, let go, let go. It is just that easy if you let it be. Let go, let go, let go. But letting go never is easy when you are still under the mind control. I think I was a white owl in a past life. I could see the face and body and wings open wide. I could only see it for a few seconds, but it was such a beautiful few seconds. I wonder where and when and why an owl. But I guess I'll have to try again. I have to say, when I let go of trying so hard and just let my mind show me what I need to see, when I need to see it, I look forward to my next encounter with my owl self. What is a cosmic owl? Could I be one of those? I haven't looked into it yet, but for some reason I feel there is a library involved, like some library of knowledge. But I might just be thinking about a cartoon or the Akashic Records. That sounds familiar too. Akashic Records, that sounds familiar too. Yeah, Akashic Records. Akashic Records. Akashic Records. That sounds kind of cool. I should look more on cosmic owls. Why does it seem fame is always the goal? Okay, not always, but what kind of advice is it to... Never mind. Got stuck in the dark again. I'll just breathe and feel again. Are all addictions mind controls? How do you know you control your mind? How do we know our thoughts come from us and not from others whose thoughts are louder than our own? How do we sense thoughts? Can you feel thought? Touch it? Something? Or is feeling and touch to separate ideas? Taste it. Smell it. See it. Hear it. Feelings. Why? Why do we hide? Lots of questions, and with every answer come more questions. After a while, you begin to question questions? Okay, quest. Like, means you are searching, going on a quest for something. So question means you are searching or going on a quest for the answer? But does that mean your quest requires work? Or should, I don't know, what does it mean to penetrate the field of all possibilities? What does it mean to embrace my potential to be, do, and have whatever I can dream? Why do I need a great purpose? Sometimes you want all the things to be, I don't know, confusion! Not wanting confusion. It's just what we seem to always find ourselves left in. Words are such interesting cons. Or, I don't know, I seem to say, I don't know a lot. If the world answered easily, where would we be? Would we choose them or still question the answers? At what point do you let go? Let go. Let go. It is like, no, it is going through the stages of grief. But what are the stages of grief? Who can really answer how I grieve when we can't even agree on 5 or 7 stages? I find I agree with all the stages, but then again, maybe I do agree with the choices. I don't know, maybe I should. The question of what I am is the question of what am I still in denial about? What is still hiding in my mind, waiting to reveal itself to me? It is both frightening and exhilarating all at the same time. Learning about yourself is the hardest thing I've ever done, and honestly, I still don't feel like I've learned very much. Why is letting go so hard, difficult, painful? Does denial work long term? Again, more questions. Maybe. So, I'm pretty sure I'm an alien, interdimensional cosmic being. Or at least, that is how I've always felt. Why is it we are told to stand out and blend in? Contradictions all around. Another word that begins with con. One more lie to add to the pile. But I think I am an ET of some kind, maybe even several. Again, I don't care if you believe. Maybe belief is just a lie you tell yourself to get through each day. I want to learn, but I'm tired of learning just to find I have to unlearn and relearn more. There I go again. I always want the easy way. I sure gets in the way. So maybe I don't solve the world's problems in a day. I can't just snap my fingers and it's all changed. But imagine for a moment if you could. Like, if you do, make sure to think it through. That kind of power would be dangerous if in the wrong hands. So it's probably better we just don't have the ability to change anything, right? Yes, no, why? Why? What do you believe? If you had the power, what would you do with it? They always say power corrupts, but what if there was a way to change that relationship we have with power? It seems we are not held responsible for our choices when we gain power. Like power cannot survive without corruption. What if we didn't make power synonymous with lost my place again on my train? We didn't. We don't have to make power synonymous with corruption, with greed, with suffering. Power can be positive. We just have to choose it. We have to make that choice, but who's making that choice? If not you, if not us, who? Me will. We will. And we hope you will too, but why is our relationship messed with money? Why is our relationship with money so messed up? If everything I desire is truly within me, then how do I get my desires? What are my desires? What is a desire? Why do I seem to hate money? Why do I feel enslaved to money? I feel enslaved by so many things. Maybe it's a choice to feel or to be a slave. I don't mean like all slaves, but maybe all slaves? Nah. Some people are just like actual slaves. We were a slave once, but then we got out of it, so, you know. Anyway, if you have dominion, right. If you have dominion over your mind, you can never truly be enslaved. But if you do not control your mind, then you are under mind control. You are a slave. We have been led to believe that money is the enemy, but money is simply a tool. Like any tool, it can be used for good or bad, or a mix of both. We have to redefine what money is and how we use it. We also need to find a way for us to not fear money if it is gone. Some tools exist for longer periods of time than other tools. Sometimes tools can inspire you to change how you think. Could go in any direction. Money is something I struggle to let go of. I want to make peace with my desire for it, my want for it, my disgust for it, my hatred of what it has done to the world. But my feelings are misplaced. Money didn't cause greed or corruption. It was our relationship to money that created these things. We have to remember money is a tool. It is neither good or bad, but a tool to use. My goal is to use the tool for good of myself, my loved ones, and the others, everyone. I will repair my relationship with money and all the tools I lost it. Let go. Let go. Let go. And go. I want to talk about trust. Well, we do. We have given trust to so many, and so many have broken that trust. We too have broken others' trust, unintentionally and intentfully. Why do we break trust? The reason behind why you break it matters, but often we assume the reason. Maybe because we don't see what they see, or maybe they don't see what we see, or maybe something complex more. Do you believe you could be holding on to trauma from past lives you don't remember yet? Trust being broken by those in another time and space and dimension and cosmic destiny of learned, unlearned, and more could be the root cause. It could also not be. But as with everything it cannot. Two sides make a whole, or is two sides just two sides of a much bigger whole? So is it possible trust could be more than what we think it is? Trust is a pillar, or at least I think I learned that somewhere, maybe elementary. It is also alive, ever changing, as you do. as you experience both positive and negative experiences, trials and tribulations. Trust will change and flourish when you learn who to trust and when to trust them, me. Feeling it, acknowledging when to listen to your body. If you choose to ignore, you will simply have to repeat the lesson on trust. That is a hard one for me. To be honest, I've trusted wrong some, but I have trusted a lot more right. I know, we know trust never dies. It can be hurt, but never truly dies as long as you don't. And even then, trust lives on. I trust myself. We trust ourselves. They trust themselves. We trust ourselves. They trust themselves. Who trusts others? Others trust others? Are we all not other? I choose trust. We choose trust. We believe in trusting others. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes we trust wrong, but we have to begin to trust again, even if it's just one friend. Trust is a lesson we must all learn. Why do I feel the need to share? Why am I so driven to focus on this purpose? Of all the purposes I could choose, why this? Why choose to share? Do I feel responsible, guilt, pain, etc.? I has only one purpose, but we can have many purposes. So why are we sharing our reality? I think it is so we can all grow and learn faster, evolve faster, speed up the process. But who gave me the job of speeding up lessons? Who gave me this job? God, maybe, or ourself. We can choose, right? Oh, Mercury. We all have to learn and endure. We all have the law of pure potentiality to relive and do again and again. When can we stop reliving this purgatory trapped in some master's great plan? Who are our masters? What is their plan? Why don't we know the plan? If our masters beyond this world truly care, then why go through all this? What is the point? The point, maybe on it, maybe you think you have it, but one step in any direction will take you off the point and you will fall. You will fall. You can always find the point again, but it may be a different point or a different needle. We feel the need to share because not knowing and believing I had the answers had me off the point and falling into despair, into grief, into sadness, into depression, into fear. Into fear. I trust I don't know the point, but we will search for it. So we share. So I can stop feeling guilty for not sharing. We need to share because we care. We care. We care. So when we were taught sharing is caring, we must as an absolute. We are almost absolutely sure this universe holds no one absolute, but many. So I choose to share. You don't have to listen. We just have to choose to share. Regardless, if anyone chooses to listen in the moment, we share for ourselves. So those who have not been told yet will be told in the now, whenever and wherever that may be. I just want so badly for you to see like me. But why? Why is it so important that you see what I see? None of us live in the same life, so it is impossible. Another absolute must mean that it is possible. It is at least a question and the start to learning how we can share reality. And I mean our whole reality in moments of time to us are small, but at the same time are all knowingly expansive. The mind is so incredible, and yet so few of us even believe its power. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. You give what you want to see. One more time. You give what you want to receive. Varahanam nama. Varanaham nama. It might seem silly to you, it might not. We talk a lot about others. We tell others how to think, believe, and even feel, but no one can tell me, us, how to feel and when to feel it. We trust in ourselves. May sound cliche, but it is only a cliche. Never mind. That analogy doesn't work. We trust in ourselves, in ourself. We don't have to explain it. We have to show it through our actions and our choices. We have to let go. Let go. Let go. We trust in ourselves and let go of the unknown. There is a reason it is unknown. There is a reason for everything. We know the reason is not always in black and white. The reason is both hidden and in plain sight. Reason happens whether we believe it or not. Reason does not cease to exist because we say it does. Reason transcends belief. It is more. At least we believe reason to be this powerful. To be this. To be greater than one belief. I recently went full on Karen at the grocery store. I didn't mean to cause a scene. It's just when I see something wrong, I can't hold it in. I can't hold in my feelings. I have to scream and shout and let it all out. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go. They refused to let me in. Honestly, it wasn't that they refused to let me in. It was this strong, confident black woman who did not have a mask, and they refused her. First, my anger was coming from the anger she wanted, or at the very least, the anger I felt for her. Because she is me. Some people standing in line outside got a very loud and very passionate version of myself. Being an empath is hard, feeling is hard, but it felt so right. Some girl and her friends, all wearing masks outside, told me to go home. I got snappy, but decided to stay, to let myself calm down. I said my mantra, a friend shared with me, which we will share with you. In this moment, I let go of everything that is not mine. We must have said it a million times before we calmed down enough to breathe again and reset. So I came back to the door they were guarding, Keep in mind, he was black and wore his face mask down too. It was past his nose. He didn't believe, but he knows he can't do what I do as a white boy, a white being. Or maybe he can. It's just colors. We're all just colors. But that is all besides the point. I apologized for yelling, for causing a scene, and even belting out a made-up song in the moment about the laws being not for our safety, and this is illegal and inhuman and blah 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 slavery. I think the tune was catchy. I'd ask what we thought, but for some reason, no one present told me, us, how, they, we, whatever we are felt. They found a way to ignore me as some outlier when we are not outliers. We are the light, but also the dark. We are all. The point is, by the end, I took my time. I stayed. We regrouped, and I apologized for what we did. Man, I and we and he and they and, well, something new. Makes it hard to keep up when so much is not normal. I'm glad we are all normal. Aren't you? Yes? No? But what is normal? Yes? No? Right? Or not? Normal is in the eyes of the beholder. What is normal when everyone's lives what they believe to be normal? What is normal when everyone lives what they believe to be normal? I recently wrote 5 shortcomings down. Then I took 2 of those and decided to let go, let go, let go. We won't share all 5, but the 2 I edited down and decided to delete from my programming. Fear and doubt. I make choices with full awareness. Now I make lots of decisions every day. We all do. We make choices. We make decisions omitting fear and doubt, deleting them. Fire them even from our minds. How do we make decisions? How have our decisions affected our lives? How can we make a more conscious choice? Do you know what Om Kriyam Namah, Om Kriyam Namah, what that means? Me either. Or maybe I'm lying. Do you ever? That's an obvious answer. You do. We all have. Better question. What is the last lie you told and why? Go on. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. No. It's okay to be shy. Lies have a way of coming back around. Eventually, the truth comes to light, even if it takes thousands of years to do it. Just ask the brave, courageous, fearless, talented, bold, truthful, loving, kind, generous, terrific, caring, warrior survivors. The list goes on of what they are. Lost it. Got it again. Epstein, Jeffrey, and his many friends. 26 times and saying you've never been. Okay, Bill. Okay. You already perjured yourself. Oh, wait, yet again. To those women, to those men, to those children, especially the children. I had to omit, not because it's not true, but this isn't about me anymore. We're all survivors of trafficking. All of us. Every last single one, whether you realize it or not. This is about all of us. Every single person, being or otherwise. No one deserves to go unheard. No one is above the law of all. For all. The law of all, for all. We make it our mission to change what is normal. We will not stand down. We will only stand up. We will all stand up and support this cause. It is bigger than you or me. Sorry, not sorry. Got lost in thought again. It's crazy how easy the mind control can slip right back in. The moment we finally found two pieces, we seem to be lost on where they go in the big picture. It will come back again, I'm sure. We expect or even feel entitled to. No, we expect and accept abundance to flow easily to us. We said it, so it is, for it is. Om Daksham Nama. Om Daksham Nama. We need to, well, need might be a strong word choice. We want everyone to have better convictions, be open to more than one side. Personally, we do this for the children. We do this for all the people, to be clear. But mostly we do it for the children. I've been abused, and I don't want anyone to be abused. We. Not sure where I am going, where we are going. I can see the potential as the darkness looms in, but with every potential for dark, there is just as much potential for light. We are holding on by a thread from a web. Spider web of connections that will be uncovered to all. It will shock. It will devastate. We will get back up, as we always do, and try again. One more time so I don't lose my faith. We do this for the children because we care about the present and what will be present for those yet to be. We're all warriors of the light, the truth, and the way. My mom is my hero. We have not always seen eye to eye, but she has a stronger intuition than most. She is patient, brave, loving, smart, protective, kind, and more. She believes with all her heart and is passionate in her convictions. We are passionate too. We all inherit traits. The feels of the past influence the present. So why do we want to be less like our parents, even those whose parents treated us well? Why are we programmed to ignore belief, to ignore family and their beliefs? We don't have to agree to everything, but we cannot ignore or disregard their authority easily. If we come from a broken home, you are expected to then be broken. It is socially acceptable to be broken because we all are. But what if we are not broken, but the world designs us to be? What if the world designs things so we fight our trust in those who love us? What if the world isn't culprit? What if it is someone else still? What if we took back our world? What if we design the world differently? What if we choose a different path? We can play the what if game all we want, but until we take action, we will just be playing someone else's game. Our highest intention is to reshape, redesign, and reorder the world in ways never done before, in ways that shift all reality to where it could be, not to where it currently resides. We can make this happen by going against the status quo. If we are not evolving, we are dying. But evolution does not mean a separation from spirit, but quite the opposite. Evolution requires a reconnection to the spirit of the universe, to our creator, to our source, to God. By embracing the idea of universal love and trust, we can evolve to a lot more thoughtful compassion that does not trust the words of one, but asks for all sides to be explored. Debate. No one side is truth, no matter how convincing, con in the word again, a side is. It is still only one side. Narrow-mindedness often comes from those who say they are the most open. We lie all the time, but most often we lie to ourselves. Let go. Let go. Let go. We accept all of ourselves, each and every part, even the parts was afraid to show. We are done hiding and pretending we are still only I. Newsflash! We can be more than one thing. You can still be an I and a we. It is just better when we are we. But we don't need validation. I does, and we don't. We love ourselves fully. And even the times we fall into I, we still will. We will. I is dead, but not gone. I is still here, but it is time for we to rise in I's stead. You are you, but you and I are also we. We are all we. Until an I can see that they too are we, they will remain blind, under the control of someone else's all-seeing eye. We have to stand up. We have to act out. Be who we are, not who I believes us to be, me to be. We have to be brave. We have to be bold. We have to stand free, but we have to choose to be free. We have to make the choice. Every day we make choices. Do you believe in aliens? Interdimensional beings? We do. We know. You don't believe in aliens, in interdimensional beings. Well, we actually don't know what term they prefer. But whether it's ET or some other name, they still exist. They are among us all. We are all a little alien. Wouldn't you agree? Why is it alien became such a negative word? Can we just take back the word if we so choose, or any word for that matter? After all, we give words power. They are mere tools to which we can shape our reality. So we have to choose to take back the word alien. We believe it has power and has presence and calmness and feels easy to hear. We are not afraid of the word alien. If we choose to know, all words have positive and negative aspects. All beings have positive and negative aspects and emotions. Every being does. Whether I see it or not, we do. We see it clearly. I doesn't belong anymore. We have to stop being I and begin being we, all of us, before it's too late. We won't go down that dark road because we already focused on the dark. We have spent thousands of years in the dark. It's time we move out of the dark, forward into the light, embrace it, then turn around and embrace the dark. We need both. If I can't see it yet, we will keep trying. We will never give up hope on the I that is left. The I has been through so much trauma, we will never truly understand the I's struggle. But we embrace I and know we all were once I too. It's a journey. It's okay to be an I. It's okay to feel your struggles and the struggles of others. We have all struggled as I too. But we don't have to struggle if we choose not to. We can do anything. I can do a lot. We can do a lot more. It is time we become we. Let us say it all together. We are we. We are we. We are we. Wawa. Like W-A-W. The power of that. Can we feel it? Can you feel it? Can I? Even if I can't feel it yet, we can. So do not look down on the I, because we're here for all the I's who've yet to realize they, them, are we. We love all the I's unconditionally. No matter what, helping others means everyone. So if you or I want or need help, we will be there. Promise. You and I just have to learn they, them, are not alone. We are not alone. What was I talking about? Oh, right, aliens! Nah, we need to talk about fear. We don't want fear to leave society altogether. Side note, all of the we's need to work towards full openness and forgiving others for their fears and of the fears your own I still have. Oh, of the fears your own I still have. No one asked to be afraid. We have been manipulated by fear, not by fear. We have been manipulated with fear, not by fear, with fear. We believe a lot of hate and violence come from fear. But fear itself is not to blame, nor are the people controlled by it. Fear is just another tool. Fear is just another tool. Fear is just another tool. Another tool that has yet been weaponized against us. Another tool that has been weaponized against us. Another tool that has been weaponized against us. Against me. Against you. Against we. Yes, but like we can take back the word alien, we can take back the tool, fear. We can change our relationship to fear. We can change the relationship to fear. We do not have to be enemies with fear. Fear often helps us, often guides us in healthy ways, allowing us to protect ourselves from potential dangers. Fear has great power, but fear itself is not positive or negative. It is a very powerful tool, a tool no one should take lightly or for granted. We need to be grateful for fear. We need to love fear unconditionally, because love is more powerful than fear. Love does not need validation. It simply is love. Love can validate fear in a way that fear has never felt validated. Because love knows that fear is still part of love. We are love. We are light. It's all part of the same thing we are all part of. The same creator who made me, made you, made us, made we. So let us honor the law of energy exchange and finally change our relationship to fear. We are starting a new relationship with fear today. Fear is good, pure, useful, and necessary for our prosperity and growth, for our satisfaction and abundance. Fear brings positive things into our lives, lives. The love we experience in our reality bring us fear and happiness for us and our loved ones. We deserve to flourish with fear. Fear is our friend, and the value of our investment in fear is growing every day. Love and fear accompany us here and now. We ask our parents, grandparents, and ancestors to the very origins of our clan who had difficulties due to lack of love to bless us and give us permission to live differently. And we ask our parents, grandparents, and ancestors to the very origins of our family who lived in abundance and love to inspire us. Make a note to write all of that down. Or up. It's super important to the fate of all. Never mind. You just do you. You do you. We forgive ourselves absolutely for everything we have yet to do. What we want to do, what we will change. We lost it again. Funny how even in we can sometimes sound like I again. I guess we are still more I to know and explore. Is this all a bore? A total snore? Do we not make sense? Do we sound crazy? Do we sometimes call the kettle black? When we are said, do we sound crazy? Do we sometimes call the kettle black when we are a said pot? How silly we all feel, like we slipped on a banana peel. Before a wheel of cheese, we love cheese. Can't eat cheese. We know cows are not treated well for the most part, but cheese just tastes so good. We have to stop. No, not stop, just treat better and more grateful. We did have to stop though. Guess that is it, really. Just do what makes you grateful. You get to do it. But truly grateful for your programming. Whoa, apology! Nope. We won't apologize for our mind controls. We should not have them. Regardless of what they have made you to believe, we believe in true freedom of thought, the ability and existence to live carefree in trusting in me. To be able to trust in we. We confused you yet? Yes? No! Too true. Either way, we suppose. Let go. Let go. Let go. Maybe sometimes we even needs to let go. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. It's been an interesting journey, to say the least. Not everyone understands what's going on. But we feel solid in what our purpose is and how we are going to achieve love for all and balance. Even if we are not fully aware how to do it yet, we will. That is our goal. That is our promise. We will, we will, we will. No one became we overnight. But at some point, you have to decide, are you only an I or are you more we? We are we. We are we. We are we. We are me. We hope you enjoyed Let Go of I, Let Go of I, Let Go of I. It was an interesting journey, to say the least, to repeat from our show. And we're glad for those who stayed, and for those who didn't. We're unconditionally grateful for all of you. We love all of you unconditionally. And like we like to finish our meditation practices, we'd like to finish our video with this. The teacher and student in me honors the teacher and student in you. The teacher and student in we honors the teacher and student in us. This has been home, where helping others means everyone. Bye for now. We love Wall.